Hey everyone, it's Lisa here with another quick project for all occasions, but of course I am doing this just around Christmas time. It is a few days before Christmas, I think. Let's see, it's Saturday, so what, 4 days away? So I wanted to personalize a blanket. This is a good way to, like, when you find like a deal on a blanket or inexpensive or whatever. It doesn't have to be an inexpensive blanket. However, it can make an inexpensive blanket more special, I think. So for this project, all you will need is some iron-on, your iron, or I will be using the Easy Press. I'm using Cricut, the Cricut Design Space software for this project. As you can see, I've already made my design, and I will be using, I would have gotten the Cricut light pad had they come out with it before I purchased this one, but I really like this pad. I bought it a few years ago by I guess is what the company's called. It's super thin, very bright. The only thing is you do need a computer for it, so that might be one of the drawbacks. And I will also be using my heat pad and of course a Cricut machine. For this particular one I will be using the Anna Griffin Cricut Air. And that's across the room, so that's why it's not in the video. And I may need this. So let me get everything all set up and move some of this stuff out of my way, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I left out the fact that I will be using a weeding tool. I realize I actually do not use this, but just in case anyone was curious about it, as you can see, it's plugged into my computer, but when you turn it on, I don't know if you can see how bright that is, but it is a very nice light. I've used the other light pads from like Michael's, and I don't think they were as bright as this pad is. So it turns out I don't really need that, so I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm hoping that I can do this video without having to edit a lot of stuff out. I probably leave, if my mistakes aren't too horrible, other than me like saying words wrong and things like that. That's the plan anyway. And hopefully, of course, if you watch my last video, you know that that was a bit of a mess. So hopefully I won't leave out any footage this time. So let me stop running my mouth and get this thing weeded. So now I'm going to weed this out. I will probably not sit here and make you watch the whole process. But basically the weeding, for anyone that's new to this whole weeding process, is just taking out the excess material that you do not need. It's not part of the design. So when I'm all done, the design should be left behind. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that off camera. Okay, I'm back. I haven't actually finished the weeding yet because I wanted to share a couple of tips just from my experience just now. For anyone that's new at this, such as I am. I think this is the first time, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've ever done this. And maybe I should have done it on camera so you can see my mistakes. Of course, tip number one, with any of your vinyls you're working with, you always want to just take your time getting the paper off. But one of the things I did, I started off by trying to weed before taking the excess off. Because for whatever reason I thought I was concerned about touching this. But this it's not going to be stuck down to your fabric, so if it loses some stickiness from the oils from your hands, not a big deal. You don't want to touch the project though. So taking this off first actually makes it easier to weed, and as you can see, yes, when you do your projects like this, you have to mirror them, flip them over, because your item is going to go down on the project like that, and you're going to iron that on. And this is just the carrier sheet, so it's backwards, but it's definitely made things a lot easier. I was very careful and slow because, as you can see, I have some really fine lines in this design, so I'm trying to be very careful. And that's the other tip that I wanted to share, that if this is new and you've never done it before, I recommend that you use you know, larger images, at least for the first time. Something that's not quite so delicate, and because for me, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of scary. Like right there, that is a really thin line, and I think I almost messed that up. Let me turn this around to me. So yeah, I don't recommend going with something that's really fine for a first project like this. But good, it's fine. That was scary. And yes, the Cricut cut it out really, like, perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish doing this and then come back for the next step. I just wanted to, oh my gosh, I can't talk. I just wanted to share those two tips for anyone that's very new at this, like I am. Okay, so now I'm waiting for the heat press to, or heat and press, I guess that's what Cricut calls it. Oh, easy press, I don't even know what I'm talking about. To heat up to 315, because when I went to their site and pulled up their chart, that was the recommended temperature for polyester. This is 100% polyester. I am hoping that, I mean, I've seen people do iron-ons on, you know, fabrics that's very, very textured. So hopefully it works well on this fleece blanket. Originally I was going to put an image right in the center of this blanket, but I decided to make life easy for myself because I have a lot of stuff to do before Christmas, which turns out not to be 4 days away, but 3. I am going to put my iron on right in the corner of this blanket, and I'm probably going to angle it. So I'm putting it on my heat pad, and I'm waiting. This is my first time actually using this, and I've had it for a few months now. So I guess I take it off. Ooh, what am I doing? How about we put the iron on? You know what, actually I wanted to heat that up first, but I'm not going to. So this is the person I'm giving this to. This is their favorite verse, which is also mine. So I think I'm going to just kind of angle it just like that. I'm just eyeballing it. I don't think I can go too wrong in the corner of a blanket. Okay, I'm going to put that there. I'm going to place this on there and hope that I'm doing this right, because I didn't read any directions. I don't know where my directions went. So I'm thinking I put on the timer and press the little Cricut button, and there we go. So this should be interesting. I'm happy to finally actually turn this darn thing on and use it. And actually, it's been such a long time since I've used my machines. It feels kind of good, even though it's a simple project. It feels good to get things going in the craft room. And I'm looking forward to doing a whole lot more. Okay. So let me see. The cool a little bit. Let's see. Ooh, that's hot. Yes. I might press that in some. No, it is. It's sticking really well. I think I'm going to do that. I want that to set a little more. Kind of press it in there. Ooh. Still looks kind of on the surface to me. Oh, no, it's in there. Oh, nice. That's nice. So I'm going to slowly pull this up, just in case something doesn't stick down. But my head's not in there. I actually want it to go with gold. I hope you can see this. But I had no gold iron on, unfortunately, except for glitter, and this is for a guy, so most guys aren't into glitter. I won't say none are, I just say most aren't. So I try not to bling up their stuff the way I would like my stuff to be blinged up. Okay, so nice, very nice. Oh, that's awesome. I do wish that I had it in the gold though, because I think that it's harder to see, but it's okay. So I'm gonna kind of put this on here one more time. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it on for the whole. Oops. Oh. Maybe just a few. It probably doesn't need the whole time actually. I just want to make sure it's in there, but I don't want to overdo it either. Oh, that's better. I feel better about that. Nice. So there's that. I'm going to give you a little close-up view. Let me turn this off. It doesn't need to be on anymore, I don't think. Can you see that? It's a little difficult. Maybe I should have put it more up here where it's not quite so dark. But, oh well. Not so bad for a first project. I can already see some things that I should have done differently, but it's kind of late. I should have, you know, put the, since I had to go with black because I didn't have gold, which would have stood out more. Other than the glitter paper, like I said, I wouldn't use that on a project for a male because most don't appreciate, you know, all that kind of stuff. Some do, but not the ones I know in my family anyway, or friends. This is for a friend actually of one of my children. I should have put it more up here where it's lighter and it would have stood out more. But other than that, I think it came out kind of cute. I love that font. I forget which font I used, but I really like it. Oh, okay, now I see some areas that I will try to, this looks like it's not all the way into the fabric. So I'm going to heat that up again off camera and just try to make sure this is down into this fabric. And what I will do is actually flip it over and do it from the other side. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this project. I thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, I look forward to being with you again.